We have our next team. I like movies. Finn, do you like movies?
I love movies.
People love movies. They're pretty great, and they're sort of a way that we connect and socialize and bond. And so this next team, MoviePal, has taken that idea and really executed a great project with it. So I'll let them show that to you.
Hello, and welcome to MoviePal. I'm Morgan, and along with my teammates Christina, Ozlem, and Duck, we created MoviePal, an interactive mobile app connecting users based off of movie preferences, showtime, and location. I'm actually the only member of my group from Chicago, let alone the Midwest. The rest of my teammates actually moved to Chicago for the full stack program. Christina's representing LA, Ozlem, Boston, and Duck, Atlanta. Moving to a new city is exciting, but it does have its own unique challenges. We created MoviePal as a way to make it easier for us and our users to connect with one another in a low-pressure environment, the movies, no matter where we may find ourselves next. We were going to walk you through a very technical demonstration of our app, but our newest user, Oscar, who conveniently is also a full-stack student who just moved to Chicago, thought that sounded super boring and insisted that we just follow him as he uses it instead. Duck is going to help us walk through Oscar's experience.
Thanks, Morgan. Here, Oscar is looking at a list of all the movies that are playing nearby with the help of his phone's geolocation. Oh, look, Oscar has already memorized his zip code. It took me months to remember that. Oscar has been waiting for the new Lego movie, and it looks like it's available in regular 3D and IMAX. Good choice, Oscar. Now he's being redirected to the map screen. Here he sees all the theaters that are playing his movie. Clicking on a marker will take Oscar to the single theater view. Here, he sees the theater details as well as all the movies that are playing at that theater. But we know that Oscar wants to see the Lego movie.
He picks a showtime after work, and it looks like he can also purchase a ticket through this app. How convenient. Once he purchases a ticket, he goes to the chat room to see if anyone else is watching the same movie as him. The chat rooms are specific to the movie, location, and time. And it looks like there's only one pal, Oscar, in the chat room. Oh wait, it looks like someone just joined. Let's find out who it is. Awesome, it looks like Oscar is making a new friend named Duck. And they both seem very excited to watch the Lego movie. Oscar, happy to have a pal to watch the movie with, goes to the movie reel to let everyone know and all of MoviePal users know that he's watching a movie tonight. He also sees that Duck wrote a post a couple days ago. He likes Duck's post and also leaves a comment for Duck to read later. Having some time to spare, Oscar goes to the trivia to get himself into the movie mode and hopefully win some free popcorn that is sponsored by the movie theater. Aw, it doesn't look like he did so well, but that's okay because it's time for the movies. At the end of each day, Oscar loves to go to his profile page to see all the list of movies he's seen so far. While Oscar loves using our app, he doesn't know all the behind the scenes. Ozlem will take us behind the scene and share the challenges that we face.
Thank you, Christina. First of all, none of us had ever used React Native or Firebase before start working on MoviePal. So it took a little time to get used to using these new technologies. But now, as you see, we are quite confident about that. The next challenge was about which development environment are we going to use. At first, we choose Xcode. However, this decision cost us 2 days because Xcode didn't work with my Mac properly, so we needed to change our toolchain to Expo on our third day of the project. Finding the right data was another challenge. We needed to contact and email with lots of third-party companies for a good API key and reasonable amount of API calls for especially movies and movie theaters. Ironically, 1 day before our deadline, we reached the maximum number of API calls and couldn't work until midnight. Working on our Capstone project taught us a lot. We are so happy and proud to be a part of Full Stack family. Special thanks to our instructors and fellows, and thank you very much for listening to us.
Yeah. I find that technical challenge so relatable. As a developer, an inordinate amount of time and thought and effort is dealing with integrating third-party services and data. And it changes the developer and experience in ways that you wouldn't understand just picking up the technology or reading the documentation, that it is a part of the actual task of doing the job, is navigating this complex world of sources and information.
Yeah, that's a very real challenge a lot of developers face. And it's data that you can't control, right? You have no control over what kind of data the API gives you or what the limitations on that data are. It's a really impressive challenge to overcome those barriers to produce a high quality application like that.